Welcome to the Investing Podcast, presented by Tusk Media. Now, for your early morning look at financial news and activity in audio and video form, here's the Morning Market Mimosa.
First take, everybody. We are going to absolutely nail this. This is the Morning Market Mimosa, part of the Investing Podcast. This is take 72 in all reality, but we're glad to be here. We're going to get it right this time, I promise, because you're going to actually hear and see this version of the video. It's Thursday, July 7th, 2016. We're happy to be here. Let's talk about jobs numbers. Jobs numbers, and I'm telling this joke for the 73rd time now, they get reported in an old-fashioned way. What people do when they release jobs data, they write it on a yellow notepad, they overnight deliver it us right here to Tusk Media. We get it. We get to break this news. So we're excited to do that. But let's talk about how you should interpret job data at a very basic level. And this is almost going to sound facetious, but I do think it's a point that can get confusing. It's so confusing that I was saying the wrong thing on the last take of this very podcast. So when you think about jobs, you want to see employment numbers go up. That's a good thing. You want to see unemployment numbers go down. So sounds common sense, but it gets tricky when you start looking at some numbers. So let's do that exactly. ADP private sector jobs, 172,000 jobs added for the most recent month, measured, reported today. That's good news. That makes the May data that was so awful look a little bit more like an outlier. So that's good news that June job growth was there. More people were adding jobs for the month. At the same time, most recent weekly jobs data shows a decline, also a good thing, because we're talking about jobless claims. So fewer people are claiming to be without a job. So a decline of 16,000 on that weekly data that we got this morning. Of note, that's the lowest we've been in a 3-month period. We've got about 254,000 jobless claims right now out there. So good news for jobs. That's probably going to have an impact on futures. Right now, futures are mostly flat. As I'm looking at these notes here, actually the Dow is down about 9 basis points, S&P down 10, NASDAQ down 13. That's not a big movement. We're talking about 0.1%. So those futures may actually rally between now, it's a little before 9, between now and market open. Wouldn't be surprised at all based on strong jobs data to actually see the market open up a little bit. Gold is down just a little bit. Oil is up about 1%. So pretty good growth there. If we want to talk a little bit about some individual companies, Pepsi released earnings of $1.29 per share this morning in pre-market at about 6:30 a.m. The stock is up about 1.5%, which is good news for people who like Pepsi. This is a Coke town, but hey, good for you people. Let's talk a little bit about the Investing Podcast. The Investing Podcast is coming at you live this afternoon. We're going to get started right at 4:15. If you go to our Twitter handle, which is right here, at Tusk Media LLC, at Tusk Media LLC, we'll post a link, and what you can do is you can click that link. We'll broadcast on Periscope. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're probably going to put together a little investment panel, talk about some ideas so you can kind of see the behind-the-scenes tour of how we get stuff like that together. Then you can watch us actually do the take recording of the podcast, both in video and audio form. Hopefully it's not like this morning where we need multiple takes. If it is, it might be a 30 or 40-minute broadcast. So I don't know. I guess if you have nothing to do, root for us to screw up a lot, and we'll do our best to do that. Y'all have a great day. We're going to check in with you with the stock market power lunch in just a little bit, and again, the investing happy hour at the end of the day. But check us out for the Investing Podcast live, 4:15. Check our Twitter at Tusk Media LLC. Talk to you guys in a little bit.
Tusk Media is a subsidiary of Narwhal Capital Management. Ratings and reviews of Tusk Media content are not to be construed as endorsements of opinions, analysis, or services offered by Tusk or its parent company. The opinions and predictions shared here are our professional beliefs at the time of publication. We are not under duress from any of the corporate entities mentioned. This is not a solicitation to take any particular action. Although we are investment advisors, this information should not be considered investment, legal, or tax advice. We strive to be as impartial, insightful, and accurate as possible. We base our opinions, analysis, and calculations on information we believe to be reliable, but we cannot guarantee its accuracy. We can, however, guarantee that our opinions will sometimes be flat out wrong due to a variety of factors. Employees and clients of Narwhal Capital Management may or may not hold positions in the securities detailed and may or may not hold these positions in the future. A full list of all securities purchased, sold, or held during the 12 months preceding the date of this publication can be provided upon request. Unless otherwise noted, all data accessed via MarketWatch or the Bloomberg terminal. Past performance does not guarantee future results. A copy of Narwhal's Form ADV is available at the SEC's website, www.advisorinfo.sec.gov, or from Narwhal upon written request.